A very long time ago in Egypt, there was a baby named Moses. He was born during a difficult period for his people, the Israelites. The king of Egypt, known as the Pharaoh, was afraid of the increasing number of Israelites, so he made a cruel rule that all baby boys from the Israelites should be taken away. However, Moses' mother didn't want her baby to be harmed, so she came up with a brave plan. She placed Moses in a basket and carefully left him among the reeds by the Nile River. While bathing in the river, the Pharaoh's daughter discovered the basket. She felt sorry for the crying baby and decided to take care of him. Thus, Moses grew up in the Pharaoh's palace, living as if he were a prince of Egypt, even though he was actually an Israelite. As Moses grew older, he witnessed the Pharaoh mistreating the Israelites. They were forced into hard labor and often subjected to beatings. This deeply upset Moses. One day, when he saw an Egyptian guard beating an Israelite slave, he became so angry that he killed the guard. As a result, he had to flee from Egypt and escape to a distant land where he lived for many years. Then something incredible happened. God spoke to Moses from a burning bush that didn't burn up. God instructed Moses to return to Egypt and ask the Pharaoh to release the Israelites from slavery. However, going back to Egypt was not an easy task. The Pharaoh refused to listen to Moses. To convince the Pharaoh, God sent 10 plagues upon Egypt. Frogs were everywhere, bugs infested the land, and there was even darkness during the day. Finally, after the last and most sorrowful plague, the Pharaoh agreed to let the Israelite people go free. Moses led the Israelites out of Egypt, but their journey was far from over. When they reached the Red Sea, the Pharaoh changed his mind and pursued them with his army. However, Moses had faith in God. He stretched out his hand, and something extraordinary occurred. The sea split in two, creating a dry path for the Israelites to walk through. Once the Israelites were safe on the other side, the sea returned to normal, preventing the Pharaoh's army from following them. Finally, Moses and the Israelites were truly free. They embarked on a long journey and eventually arrived at a special mountain called Sinai. It was there that God gave Moses the 10 Commandments, which were essential rules on how to live and treat one another with kindness and fairness. Moses' life was filled with adventures and miracles. He began as a baby in a basket and grew up to become a great leader who helped his people find freedom and showed them the path to live in a compassionate and just manner.